This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Now, I know there's been a lot of drama going on lately, and I think we can take some positive out of it. The thing that I think that bothers me the most out of the whole thing is, first of all, we shouldn't be calling it extortion or blackmail or anything like that, but we can't call it greed, okay? We can't call it ego, narcissism in some ways. I think the thing that I take the most out of it is, I think of you guys out there, okay? And, I don't want to make a huge deal about this, because what I really want to do is start bringing to the forefront some really good channels out there that really have great integrity. They care, they're very passionate, and, do the right things. Now, we know the big channels do the right things, or else they wouldn't be as big as they are, okay? The Toms, the Rodneys, the shut up and sit down type of guys. But there's other people that are just kind of in that range, lower range here, that really, under 100,000, that I really think you guys should pay attention to, and probably a lot of them already. The thing that bothers me the most about this is that, you guys there that work so hard, okay? Some of you, this thing that I've read where normally, it was written, normally we charge $12,500 for a series of videos for 50 hours. How many of you out there work 60, 70 hours and just pray that you can make ends meet? Pray that you can pay the mortgage. Pray that you can keep the lights on or put food on the table for your kids. And it's kind of insulting in some ways to a lot of you, unfortunately, when only a month ago they were begging for money. Hey, we can't keep the channel going. How many people do that? And then, if you're working 50 hours a week and doing a series of video, how many people have said yes to this? Okay? Because if they do one a week, and a series of videos a week, and they get that type of money, $12,500, that's more than some people make in 6 months. And yet, make sure that you fill out our Patreon. And our monetization is on those videos too, so when they do get the 10,000 or 20,000 views, they get paid from that way. The monetization plus fees for whatchamacallit. Okay, you got people working for you, but it's $60,000 a month maybe, if that works out the way that it does. No, I'm not saying it does. Maybe you shouldn't have hired so many people. I hope something gets learned from this and some maturity goes through. Sometimes when you're young like that and you get a little bit of fame, even though anybody can make a YouTube video, anybody, and TV, I guess I'm old, because TV and YouTube videos are two different things to me, because I could just come on here and just talk about anything and upload it onto my channel. People watch, yeah. People don't, who cares? But I hope, if anything that's learned from this, is maybe some maturity and maybe not take things for granted. I've heard the stories about, how certain individuals are at cons. And it wasn't from one person, because then I say, I don't take the word of one person. If it's two people, they're just jealous. But when you hear from 4 or 5 people the same story, and from your sponsor, people that know my sponsor, let's put it that way, not exactly my sponsor, and hear the same story and hear other things, narcissism and things like that, maybe this could be humbling, and maybe some good could come out of this. But you know something? I think I want to talk about something positive for once. And you know, I want to tip the hat to King of Average, who his couple of videos that he did on it were done so well. You know, a tip of hat to you, my friend. Well done. You know, staying balanced and looking at it from different angles instead of pitchforks and fire. You know, I think the video that was done, you know, when you guys see this yesterday, it seemed very, to me, okay, it wasn't very sincere, okay. It was damage control, and I feel bad. I really do. And I think that's the best way that I could put it. It's damage control. You know, a trip like that costs quite a bit of money. And, you know, before this all happened, you know, how much more, you know, it comes down to a couple things. This is just one incident. Do you think this was the only incident? How many people paid it? How many people, because things are so tough with recessions and all these other things that are going on, how many people paid that price? Oh, well, you know, we can't afford a bad review. How many people paid it and said, we really need to sell some games so we can keep our doors open and feed people and help people? You know, our designers, our artists, our you know, our company. How many people paid it? Because this just can't be the first incident that something like this happened. You know, when a Rodney says his asking price, okay, you know you're going in front of 300,000 people. Is it worth it to you to get it out there? There's nothing but showing the game. You can showcase the game and see what it's all about and make a decision on it. You know, this walks a line, and the things that are done, I scratch my head. You know, in my own thing, you know, I hope that, you know, I'll be honest with you. I think, you know, a week from now, nobody cares. And then it's back to business as usual. And then a year from now, you know, maybe we'll hear the same thing again. You know? Snake oil salesman sometimes. And I'm not talking just about this individual, because I don't personally know this individual. Okay? But I will tell you this much. This is a very, very sad thing. And you hope that they learn from it and they become better from it. But let's talk about the positive things. Let's be more positive. Okay? How about the good people that are out there? The people that are making great quality videos. And I want to talk. I made a little bit of a list, and I couldn't cover everybody because there are just so many good channels out there. And I think that's the thing that we have to focus on, is where you get your information from. You know, times are tough out there and you're working very hard. And when people abuse something, it's very tough. And there are people out there that can point you in the right direction. One Stop Co-op Shop, Mike and Colin, what they do, they're fantastic. They show it to you. And if somebody pays them to play it, they're not afraid to do. I think it's Mike. He does that 5 minutes, 5 things. He has 5 good things, 5 bad things, and it's not holding anybody hostage. If he likes it, he likes it. People send them the games for a reason. They do a fantastic job. They're wonderful people on top of it. Ant Labs. I mean, what can I say about Ant and his I think it's his wife, his wonderful wife. They love games, and it shows. Slicker Drips. You know, I hope I'm saying this site right, but Tom does a wonderful job, and there's been times that I've just watched his show and just sat back, and you know, especially since I've been so sick, I sat back and I've watched, and I've gone out and bought games because of him, and I want to thank him. Not to mention somebody that I consider a dear friend that I've never met, and that's Ricky Royal. And at some point, I want to get and spend some time and talk to him at some point. Of course, he's overseas, so our time difference has always hurt. But he's somebody I've idolized, and you know, the same way I looked up to Rodney in a lot of ways, and Chaz. You know, just fantastic. The beauty and the elegant ways they bring these games to life. That's what this all should be about. This is positive stuff. These are positive people beyond solitaire. What can I say about my BFF, Liz? You know, one of my dearest, dearest, dearest friends. We talk all the time, and she is such a talent. Go check out her Hex Explorer. I did a video of it, and it was horrible. She did it. It was one of the finest things, and I learned everything I was doing wrong. And she explains games so well. Not only that, but she's doing wonderful things with David Thompson, who are creating just masterpieces. You want to learn gaming rules? Well, there's not only Rodney, there are gaming rules. And that channel is just absolutely, Paul Grogan is just a master. And he's helped people too. He's helped people with their rule books to make it more clear and understandable. Rolling Solo, my dear friend, and Rodney's, I think, nephew, Adam Smith, somebody that I love dearly as a human being and spent time with, and we have an inside joke that will stay with me forever. And you know, here's a guy. The reason I tried to get Aeon Trespass was because he explained it so well. He took the time and did a wonderful job. Didn't hold anybody hostage. Poor words of putting it, but explained the game and made me understand the game. And I want the game. Not because of this whole mess, but because of the way he handled it and did a wonderful job with it. Drive-through review, Joel Eddy, pure class. For years and years and years, he has been nothing but class. I wish I spent more time to get to know him, but just a classy, wonderful guy. I will tell you that much. And a wonderful channel. There's been time, we have the same interests, and I enjoy watching a lot of his work. I haven't watched it in a while, but you know, listen to all this list of channels. Discriminating Gamer. Okay, what a wonderful channel. He did some time on the Dice Tower, I believe. Does a great job with war games. J-Play, another fantastic channel. Calzamar, another overseas guy that does a fantastic, fantastic job. The Brothers Murphs, if you want some humor in learning your games, but these guys are very knowledgeable in games. The Brothers Murphs, who take time to make you laugh and bring just wonderful board games to you. I mean, just fantastic what they've done. I guess it's my counterpart, Rob's Gaming Table. We still have to have a talk at some point. I didn't appreciate a few things. But you can't take away what him and his wife are doing. They are going live, and they are bringing these games to people and showing how to play it. And they do a wonderful job. They really do. And a tip of hat to both of them. They're both good people. Canadians, too. Zilla Blitz. You want to talk about a great wargaming channel, go check out that channel. Because there's a warmness and not this grognard elitist type of thing in board games. People know what I'm talking about that play war games. Zilla Blitz, up and coming and doing wonderful, wonderful things. Here's a guy that makes me laugh, okay? And he does it in a way that, if you're family friendly, this isn't the channel you want to follow, but Board Game Bollocks. I think that's all I have to say. Watch it, but you get a lot out of it, and he is a corker. Where the complete opposite is the Tantrum House. Okay, and all the wonderful things they do. A good family-friendly channel. Friends of my dearest friend Richard Launius, and just good people. Man versus Meeple. Ever since they got rid of their problem, I've really enjoyed this channel, and the people that were the heart and soul of this rose to the top and have done just wonderful, wonderful things. And you should listen to Man versus Meeple, because they do a great job. And of course, last but never least, my very dear friend Sam Healy, who's back on here doing stuff on his channel, his own channel. And hats off to Sam, who's back. And everybody loves Sam. Nobody is more passionate about games than Sam Healy. These are all wonderful people, and there's many more people that I just went off the top of my head. But I wanted to make something perfectly clear. Each one of these do their information besides the big channels, okay? Because you can't say enough about Tom and Rodney. I do it all the time, okay? But if you're looking to get something different from things that can get the same things instead of some of the drama and the poison with a lot of these channels, okay? Because we only hear the bad stuff. We don't hear about the good stuff and the good people enough. And these are them. These are beautiful, wonderful people. Some of them I've actually got to meet, and I feel blessed for it. They've made my life that much better. And again, I have to tip my hat to the King of Average and the wonderful job that he's done covering this particular issue. He's done a great job. I think he's got to be commended for the way he handled this and was very objective, and I appreciate that, because a lot of people, are either going to defend this, and it doesn't matter what the damaging things are, and then there's other people that want to run with pitchforks and fire, and I think we just have to give this time and take a look at it. Should it go unpunished? I don't know. That's not for me to decide. But I think it's time that we start taking a look at the more positive people. And God, if I forgot somebody, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Blackjack Legacy, another great guy. And so many other great channels that I really feel bring positivity to this wonderful hobby that we have. People that do this should think of one thing: to try to help people make smart decisions in games and help companies get their games to those people so they can stay in business during this very unique age of board gaming. I really believe that. I don't think there's any room for some of this nonsense, but that's what I feel. And what I feel doesn't matter. I can only tell you the good things, and I think that's what we need to focus on, is the good things and the positive things and the positive channels that are bringing the right message and bringing the beauty of gaming to you. That's my 2 cents. And until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.